Welcome to Godly Play at Clayton Valley Presbyterian Church. So glad to have you here at the Story Circle. If we were together on campus, we would come from the sanctuary and we would start at the door, at the threshold to our sacred space, where a teacher would greet us, for we're called by name, one by one, to the circle. No matter what teacher is telling a story on a Sunday, we always start at the circle the same way. The Lord be with you. We make ourselves ready to come close to story. We find the best place to be at the circle. We make our bodies still. We make our hands still. Make our mouths still so that our hearts and minds can be ready to hear what's in the story for us today. Today, we're going to look at the story of baptism, something that is part of how we celebrate and worship in the church. So that story's right behind me. We have this whole big basket. And I can already hear some of you going, "Oh, I love this story." One more thing. We need our Christ candle. And then we'll be ready to begin. We baptize people Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. We remember that white is the color of mystery and of great joy. And baptism is all of that. As we baptize people in the name of the Creator and the Redeemer and the Sustainer. We use water at baptism. Water is such an important part of our story, isn't it? The water of creation, the dangerous waters of the flood, the water that the people passed through to freedom, the water of Jesus' own baptism. Baptism, we usually will have a candle. We know that this one is very special. Once there was someone who said such amazing things and did such wonderful things that people began to follow him. And they couldn't help it, they just had to ask, "Who are you really?" And he answered them, "I am the light." Remember the dove The dove from the story of the flood who searched. The dove who appeared at Jesus' baptism. The Holy Spirit is like a dove that goes where it will and lands where it will. It comes when we need comfort and we need power. The Holy Spirit is different than a dove because we can't see it. But the Holy Spirit is still there. People can be baptized at any time. Sometimes we baptize babies. Could be children, people who might be at this circle, or teenagers, or grown-ups, or people even as old as this teacher. When people are baptized, we ask them questions. Or if it's a baby, then their parents or their godparents might be asked some questions for them. We'll use this baby doll. When people are baptized, they are called by name, and so we need to call our baby something. Let's see, if you were here, I'd ask you, but let's call our baby Catherine. We would baptize Catherine, child of God, with the water. In the name of the Creator and the Redeemer and the Sustainer. For you are called to be one of God's own and will be God's forever. And part of the great family. Then the person who's been baptized will greet all the rest of us. It's part of this special community where we remember where we come from and to whom we belong. For those of you who have been baptized, I invite you to remember that time when you were called. And if you are not baptized, perhaps you will look forward to that time in being part of this great light, this light that goes out into the world. It isn't just one light anymore, it's all the lights. And then the light that fills the world and is not just in one place, but goes where it is needed. Watch. Just like this light changes and goes out into this whole room, we take the light of our baptism with us into the world. And until we come together at the circle again, may the Lord bless you and keep you.